What in the fuck is up, everyone? Welcome to the Funhaus Podcast with me and Lindsay.
Hi.
Hey. We're just going to jump right into it today. No theme song, we got a lot to talk about.
You don't want to say how you doing?
Oh, yeah. Hey, how you doing?
All right.
Okay, cool.
Wait, Ryan, what about the Funhaus Podcast jingle?
He said he doesn't have
yeah,
time
we're
for that.
going. We don't got time for that today, okay? We got a lot to talk about. This is a jam-packed episode.
Jeez Louise.
I thought our last episode was pretty fun.
Okay, good.
The party pod that you produced. It was just me and you talking, basically.
Yeah.
And we got a lot of good feedback on that. We also had a lot of people being like, there needs to be more than 2 people on the pod.
Yeah, but
I'm just saying we got a varied amount of feedback. And I'm not saying one is right and one's the other. I'm just saying as a producer, we're going to be, going forward, every once in a while we might have a 2-person pod. Every once in a while we're going to have 3, 4 people pods.
No, that's true.
Like a rotating cast pod. It's going to be kind of a smorgasbord here. And so this pod, which I'm producing, well, actually, let's back up to last week because, the people that were like, hey, there should be more than 2 people on the pod. There were more than 2 people on the pod.
Yeah.
Because Rick is behind the controls here.
Yo.
Yeah.
Right? So Rick's a third person. And so I thought in that spirit, Rick, today is going to be the Rick Cast.
The Rick Cast.
That's right, Rick. You don't know it. Lindsay doesn't know
What
it.
the fuck is happening?
This whole podcast is about Rick, the man behind the curtain.
Jesus
What?
Christ. What the
So,
fuck?
Rick, unfortunately, you're going to be our guest on the pod, but you're also going to be having to do your job and go between the videos.
How the fuck are we going
for
to
the
do
people
this?
that watch the video at home
Okay.
and don't just listen. So, Rick, I got a million. What I have here is a whole list of really fun icebreaker questions from the internet.
All
And we're
right.
going to be going down and asking Rick what he would answer to these. you
Okay.
know? And if we like this, if the people at home like this, you can play along at home. Obviously, put your answers down in the comments. But if we
play
like this,
along
we
at
might
home.
do this for other people.
Okay.
In the office.
I would love
have
that.
A John cast, a Jacob cast, a James cast, an Elise cast,
I love that.
a Charlotte cast. Anyway, also it just happens to be Rick's birthday weekend, everybody. Give him a round of applause. It was Rick's birthday on Saturday. We celebrated yesterday at Lindsay's Bingles watch party.
Yeah.
We celebrated today. We all went out to eat.
Yeah, that
and
was
we're
great.
celebrating right now
Hell yeah.
on the Rick cast.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, Rick, let's
Yes.
see. If you don't want to answer any of these, you can just say pass. But yeah, first question. How did you end up here? How did you first hear about Funhaus? Tell us your Funhaus origin story.
I want to hear.
I'm just here so I won't get fined.
Oh, God.
So you won't get
That
fined?
was it was a beast mode. That was a beast mode quote.
That was a beast mode.
What's
yes.
beast? I don't know.
It's a long. Look it up.
Guys,
on
I
the
don't know what
internet.
any of this is.
Rick, what is your real answer?
All right, my real answer is I've been a fan of Funhaus since I want to say 2017.
Okay.
Really? And then I was in college at Cal State Long Beach, and all of a sudden I saw this posting for a PA job that came from the Funhaus Twitter account. Shot my shot, and I got it.
Hell
That's
yeah!
pretty
All
much
right,
it.
so the process of you
Wow.
doing that, you say shot your shot, like you send in what your resume or something, or did you and Omar have a one-on-one, or how did that go down?
No, I just sent my resume, did a website, and stuff like that. And that was pretty much it.
You designed a website.
Yeah, designed my own website, had a bunch of my Photoshops on there, had like a little bit of editing stuff. I'm not really an editor. I do mainly graphic design. So I do the thumbnails for the channel and
Yeah, you
some
do
of the Photoshops.
Rick does a lot of thumbnails, yeah.
Yeah, and that's pretty much where my expertise is. And like a lot of behind the scenes stuff like cam ops and like all the technical stuff. That's pretty much where I thrive. And
Yeah.
this position landed and it's been a dream ever since. I can't believe I'm here.
Yeah, you're literally switching the podcast right now.
That's me switching it
Yeah,
back,
that's you.
switching it again. switching
For
back.
audio listeners, he's changing the
He's
camera.
changing the camera. All right, cool. So this is a video game channel. Obviously, I didn't really know that when I signed up, but you're stuck on a deserted island.
Okay.
Favorite? You get 3 video games. What are they? Because you're a gamer. You're also you're a sports guy, a car
Yeah.
guy, and a gamer guy all in
Yeah.
one. Interesting
Oh,
combo.
Man, that is a good question. I mean, is it specific to one console, or do I have like all sorts of consoles?
You have every
with me?
console on this.
I have
deserted
every console
island.
with me. Okay, so
Yeah.
pretty much I would have Overwatch on my PC,
Okay.
and then I will have FIFA on any like gaming console. So it could be either on the Xbox or the PlayStation. And the third game will probably be like an NBA 2K. and that'll just keep me busy like the rest of my life.
That's enough, huh?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Nothing's-
Just two sports
nothing-
titles and Overwatch. That's
Yeah, I was
Nothing
about to say.
creative or management like Satisfactory,
Desert
Minecraft?
Island, nah.
Terraria, nothing that's
No, I'd
gonna
rather do
keep you
team management than
creative.
fucking doing chores. So I'd rather build my own fantasy teams in like different sports and do it that
All
way.
right.
Okay, good answers. Also, Lindsay, if at any moment you have a question you'd like to throw in here, feel free. Rick, of all your colleagues that you work with, who do you think would make it out alive of the Hunger Games, and why?
Ryan, you know that answer.
It's me. I get it.
No,
Okay,
it's
we can
not
move
you,
on.
it's John Smith.
What? John Smith?
Cunning,
How?
because he's
Yeah,
cunning.
'cause he's
Please,
cunning.
Explain.
I don't know. John Smith has this like weird thing he does with his brain where he'll just like min-max everything.
What's
So-
mid-max everything?
Lindsay.
Min-max is like
Is this a video game term?
it is a video game term. It's like strategic number. Usually it applies to numbers to like figure out like the least amount of things you can do to make something successful and then the best stats for something, right? Like I'm explaining that, right?
Yeah, John would be like very efficient, like making shit done, but at the same time, he will get nothing done at the same time. So I don't know. I think it's gonna be John Smith just because of like pure resourcefulness. You
So-
would think it's you because you're a wild card, but I don't think you'll survive, honestly, Ryan.
You don't think? I would. Well, I would. I would be.
What about me? How long would I last?
I mean, you'd go immediately. You'd probably just throw your hands up and say, "All right, just take me." I don't want to deal with this. Am I wrong?
Maybe, I don't know.
Okay.
Depends.
Yeah. See, also second part to that answer, I think John Smith will form alliances with other people, and he'll just weasel his way to like the final three, and then stab everyone in the back.
You don't think James would? He's kind of physically fit. So
Right. I was going to say.
Well, yeah,
you know,
James is
somebody-
physically fit, but
John Holland.
I don't know.
He's not.
I
cunning.
think there will be like in the second act. I think James and John will find a way to like not be a part of the game anymore. I don't know. I haven't really thought this through.
Well, I don't know. I'm putting you on the
It's
spot.
a good answer.
Yeah, it was a good answer. Being put on the spot. So you're a wrestling guy too, right? Did you say?
I am, yes.
If you were a wrestler, what would your entrance theme song be?
Oh, that's good. If I was a wrestler, my theme song would be
You're not allowed to think about these questions for more than 4 seconds.
Miley Cyrus, We Won't Stop.
Who wants what?
Miley
Won't
Cyrus,
Stop.
We Won't Stop.
Okay, all right.
It's our party. We can do what we want. You know that song?
I only know her
we
Party in the
can't
USA song.
stop.
It's going to be
We
that.
won't stop. Yeah, yeah.
All right, I
That's
like
it.
that.
That's it.
I like it because it's like a, it is about, it's kind of an athletic song. We won't stop, but it's
Yeah.
sung by Miley fucking Cyrus.
Yeah.
So it's
Going to
like
throw all my
reverting-
opponents off.
reverting
It's going to throw all my
expectations
opponents
away.
off. They won't know what to do, and then all of a sudden I just hit them with my finisher, and the match is
It
over.
wouldn't be Wrecking Ball. I came in like a wrecking ball.
Oh yeah, I know that one too.
Yeah, you know that one.
No, that's too on the nose. I need something that they would
okay.
like cower in fear and think about.
All right.
They're like, what the fuck is happening? And all of a sudden they're on the mat getting pinned.
Cool. I like these.
Mm-hmm.
All right. If we were with your family right now, if they were in here and we asked them to tell a story about you, what do you think the story is that they would tell? Is there like a classic Rick family story?
Wait, real quick. I want you to answer this after,
No.
and then I'll answer it after
Okay.
that.
Well,
I gotta know.
Oh, classic Rick story.
while you're thinking, I could the one that you've told me. You might have even told it on a thing here, but the story of how you got your name is fascinating to me.
Oh, I think that's basic. All right.
Basic. Here, can you
Yeah.
tell everyone real quick how you got your name, Rick?
Yeah, so my full name is Rick Martin, RICMARTIN. And
Like one word,
like
right?
one word, yeah. And my sister grew up in the 80s and she was a big Menudo fan.
Uh-huh.
And back then, Ricky Martin was the lead singer of this little Mexican boy group called Menudo.
Living La Vida Loca.
Living La
fame.
Vida Loca.
after
Shake Your
Menudo.
Bon. Was it Shake Your Bon Bon?
Shake your bum bum, shake
Yeah.
your bum bum.
Yeah,
She
that song.
Bangs.
She Bangs.
She
Yep.
bang, she bang.
So my sister was a huge fan. Combined both those names, and
Well, but more
Your
importantly,
sister named
Well,
you?
yeah,
My
that's
sister
more
named me.
importantly. Your parents asked your little sister, said, "Hey, what do you want the new kid to
no,
be?"
older
named?"
sister, older sister.
Older, yeah, but still, I mean, not your little sister, but she was little at the time.
yeah,
right?
she was a
Yeah,
little-
yeah, yeah.
How old was
Yeah,
she?
that's a lot of power to give to an 8-year-old.
I know, and now your name is Rick Martin.
Yeah,
though.
and I was flying under the radar up until middle school, and then Ricky Martin came back with Living La Vida Loca, and my
Yeah.
life has been fucked ever since.
I just love the idea. It's like, hey, child, what would you like to name this other human being? You know, and like if I had been, I've been like Spike. You know,
I
or
mean,
something.
yeah, it's like
But-
Lord of the Flies type shit.
Yeah,
And I only found that out because one time I was like, I called you like Richard or something, like the form usually with the long
Rick,
thing
yeah,
of Rick is, and,
Ricky,
and you're like,
Richard.
oh, actually,
Yeah.
it's not short for Rick, Richard. And
Ricardo.
I'm like, well, what is it? He's like, it's short for Rick Martin. Because I'm like, well, what? And then he told me this story,
Yeah.
and it blew my mind.
Yeah. Other than that, I think like a classic Rick story would either be, oh man, I was a huge basketball fan, still am growing up, and I had this Chicago Bulls. Oh, sorry, let me change the camera. I had this Chicago Bulls Michael Jordan jersey that I would always wear, no matter what. I would wear it to sleep. I would wear it to the dentist. I would wear it to the doctors, like full on get up, jersey and shorts combo, like, to the T. There was one time I posed for a picture in my living room. My dad took the picture, developed it into like a full-blown 18 by 16 poster. And that was just hanging in my house for like the next fucking 12 years. So it's just baby Rick poster size hanging out in his Michael Jordan jersey, just hanging in my living room. The whole time. It was fucking
In an
embarrassing.
ornate gold frame.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Did you like make little marks about on how old or not or how tall you were at any given moment?
Nah, I
on
never
this?
did that.
No.
I never did that now.
Now, Rick, I know that you're the guest on this podcast, but you have a job to do. You better not
It's
forget to
fucking
switch over
hard.
these cameras.
It's
one
fucking
more
hard,
time.
all
You're
right?
gonna
I
get a
can't-
strike. That's one strike.
okay.
Okay.
Oh,
3
all right,
strikes.
I'll
gonna get
and you're out.
strikes.
Okay.
Wait, Ryan,
We're
though.
writing you up to Omar.
I wanted Ryan to answer. Like, what is the story that you're? Because okay, there's so many levels to this, right? Because you have 1,000 stories. So I'm like, what is the one that your family picks that they know about that they would
Right.
tell somebody?
Right. I mean, I probably told most of them on here, but yeah, the bacon vest story was kind of my claim to
vest?
fame for a long time in high school, at least.
I don't know the blade.
I wore a vest made out of bacon
Oh.
to school for tacky day, and then there was a rule in the handbook that got made because of it that says no, you can't wear food or animals to school. I was like, that's the Ryan Haley rule. Anyway,
Is that what your parents?
that's a repeat
Is that
though.
like your family would tell people that though? Like,
Yeah,
Okay,
that'd be
that's why I'm
oh,
asking.
Ryan did this crazy thing in high school. Yeah, I wish I had a better one though from when I was way younger.
because the question was like, what is the story that your family would tell about you, right?
That would be in the top 2 or 3. You know, if they were asked, they would probably say that. But damn, I wish I had a younger one.
Yeah, see, so I was such a timid kid growing up, and like strict Asian parents, I barely did shit as a kid anyway. So like I wouldn't have any like interesting childhood stories like that. Most of my stories would be like after 18 when I did like all the crazy shit that my parents
Well, this is
don't know
interesting
about.
though. So you never acted up or anything. You know, you never you were a good kid then.
I mean, I was good to a certain extent. Like, if anything, I was stubborn, but I'm pretty sure like all kids were stubborn, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I
There's
was a good
nothing
kid.
that like your parents would say that's like to embarrass you. Basically, like they just would tell everyone. Like you asked him that question, and my brain went to the first story I could think of that I know my parents use,
All right,
and
let's
they
hear
try
it.
to say about me. Because when I was like 12, 11, 12, and like they would be like, okay, dinner's over and it's time to clean up, I would go. I have to go to the bathroom, and I would leave.
Get out
right.
Of it.
That was my thing when I was like 12. However, even though I never really did that after that because they caught on pretty quick, right?
Uh-huh.
It's like, okay, you're not pooping every time at the end of dinner. But
Stuff's going right through me.
yeah, but from then on, anytime I would have to go to the bathroom, they'd be like, I don't believe you. You're just trying to get out of doing this and then especially as an adult, like if I just do have to use a restroom at dinner or at the end of dinner, they go, I don't think so. You don't want to be here. I'm like,
lock the doors.
and they say though, Lindsay used to try to get out of her chores by going to the bathroom at the end of dinner. I just
So that's
remember
like
that
them
one.
trying to embarrass you. That's funny.
So that's why I was like, I immediately knew that was what they would say. That's a story that they would tell.
My dad tells a story where, like, he one day was hyping me up, like, "Hey, Ron, we're gonna go to a magic shop," because I was really into magic, you know. And so he made this big deal out of it. We're gonna go to a cool magic shop and buy some magic tricks. And we go there, and the guy that works there is showing us, like, demonstrating the tricks. He's like, "Oh yeah, here's the trick, and here's how you do it." And I'm just sitting there like, and then I finally at some point turned to my dad. I'm like, Dad, these are all tricks. I wanted real magic. What the heck is this? And he just was like, had to tell me and break it to me like, Ryan, all magic are tricks. And that's when my innocence was lost. And I've never been the same ever since.
See, now that's a great little story. We can move on.
Okay, we can move on. Rick, would you rather travel back in time to meet your ancestors or to the future to meet your descendants?
Oh, shit. That's a good one. I would probably just travel into the future, honestly.
Okay, so you're more interested
Yeah,
in
I'm
that.
more interested into my future spawns rather than my ancestors.
What's in the past?
Yeah, than the past, because although you would know who you are from your past, I think the future you could dictate on your own.
Okay.
So we could, I don't know, I just want to see the cool shit that happens in like 30 years from now. Like, are we
But-
going to have a bullet train? Like, that's what I want to know.
Hell fucking
Here's
no.
my question, though. But if you come back to this present time afterwards, is it going to make you super depressed?
No, I don't think so.
Or yeah, what if you go 30 years in the future? It's just a nuclear wasteland, and and your descendants are just little microbes.
Then that's fucking crazy. I want to know how it happened. Essentially, I don't know. What would you do? Would you go back in the past?
No, I kind of am with you. Mainly, you have a smaller or just not as much of a connection to your great grandpa. Obviously, it's cool that you came from them, but I think it'd be way more interesting to see. All right, who came from me? Who's my great grandson?
Now, you know what? Yeah. In retrospect, I think it would be kind of cool to see like how my family lived in the Philippines back then. Because,
Oh, so you're changing your answer?
yeah, I'm changing my answer right now.
Yeah.
Like, I want to see like how picturesque and like how beautiful the Philippines really was, like in my ancestors' eyes.
Okay.
Like, because I'm pretty sure my dad told me that they were all like beach people, so pretty much they have a lot of property on the beach. So I want to see like how beautiful was it before like a lot of modernization or like gentrification happened in that area.
All right, I have an idea. You go back to the Philippines from 1,000 years ago, and I'll go back to the Philippines from the year 3000, and we'll compare and contrast.
All right.
We'll meet back here at the present.
No, sick.
I think I would be depressed if I went to the future.
Really? You don't
Yeah,
think
because
it's going to be cool?
Either it would be just depressing because it wouldn't be what I expected, maybe it would be worse, or it would be like amazing and I would be depressed in this timeline because I will never experience that.
Yeah, but you did experience it for that little time travel visit you did, and then two,
I think it's too existential for me. I would be like, that's not my world.
I would be into it. I'd be into it. Usually I kind of ignorance is bliss a lot of the times, like that's why
Sure.
I haven't taken 23andMe,
Yeah.
because I'm like, I don't want to know if I'm
23
susceptible to Alzheimer's before 40 or something.
23andMe is a slippery slope, and I have a story about that one day.
Okay. All right. Rick Martin, as a kid, what did you want to be when you grew up?
As a kid, I wanted to be a firefighter.
Oh, interesting.
I could
So did
see
my
you fighting
brother.
fires.
Yeah, I wanted to be a firefighter or a scientist. I remember that. Like, exactly what type of science? I had no idea. All I knew is that I want to wear a lab coat and like look at things. But firefighter was 100% like one of the things.
Now, what happened to your firefighter dreams? At what age did you say, you know what, that's not for me? Or are you still aiming for that?
No, when I turned 18, I started smoking weed.
I was going to say, you lit your first joint.
Yeah, you lit your
When I lit my
joint
first
and
joint, everything went down.
It caught you, the ash went on your pants and it caught
Yeah.
you on fire. You're like, oh my God, I don't want to do this for a living.
No, legit. I was smoking a cigarette and one of the cherries like fell off and burned off.
I was right.
Burned off a huge chunk of my Vince Carter jersey like back in the day. I was
And ever since then, you've been like, fuck fire.
Yeah,
I don't want
fuck
anything
fire.
to
I
do
don't
with
want
that.
Yeah, but wouldn't you want to
anything with it.
fight it if you got...
Yeah, actually, yeah. Wouldn't you want to fight it? If that I changed my answer. All right, good answer. Rick, you're a car man,
Yes.
right? Have you ever named your car, and if so, what?
Oh yeah, I name all my cars.
Oh, let's hear your
all my
names
cars.
of your
So
cars.
the
your
first car I
babies.
had was a green knockoff Mitsubishi Eclipse 1997, which was an Eagle Talon. It was dark green. I named it Jade.
Jay.
Okay.
All right,
Yeah.
I'm into that.
And then after that, I
Makes
had
sense.
my Nissan Frontier. It was gray. I drove it out to Texas the very first time when I worked out there for a security installation company that went under shortly after I got there. I met a girl at the pool, and I named my truck after that girl I met, and I named it Dakota.
Okay.
So I had a Nissan Frontier that was named Dakota, but it wasn't like a Dakota truck. So that was
Right.
kind of
I was like, that's
Weird.
the name of another
Did she
truck,
know?
isn't it?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
Because that's some weird shit, honestly. But then my Subaru right now, I named it Sasha.
Oh yeah, I think I knew that.
And
Yeah.
why? If you don't mind me asking.
Do we? Can I don't know.
You can
I don't
pass.
know if I can say this.
You
Okay.
can pass if you want to pass.
No, I'll say it.
That's an
because it's
interesting
kind of
question
funny,
to pass on, but
But it's kind of, okay. So there's a fuck. I hope I don't get canceled for this. But
you can
no, I
pass
won't.
it.
It's not
Rick.
gonna
You can
get
pass,
canceled.
Rick.
It's not cancelable. So there's a wrestler used to be a wrestler in WWE called Sasha Banks, and she is of African American descent.
Okay.
So my car's gray, dark gray, but she married an Asian guy, so there's always a little Asian in that car.
Oh my God.
What?
He's Asian. There's a little Asian inside Sasha. I think I get it. Moving on. I had Dolores the Taurus.
Because you drive your cars. What?
Yes.
Dolores the
There was
Taurus.
many steps to
Yeah,
get there
yeah,
for that
yeah,
one.
yeah.
Yeah. Dolores the Taurus, I miss her very much. She died we get ice about 12 hours every year in Memphis, and I decided to drive Dolores during those 12 hours and skated into a minivan.
Totaled it?
Oh yeah, Dolores was murdered. It was brutally.
I had 2 cars that I named. I had a champagne colored Grand Am. It was big. Its name was Champ.
Champ.
Yeah,
Nice.
because it was champagne
Oh.
colored.
Okay.
And then I had a Mitsubishi Galant. I didn't name
You just
that
call it
one.
a Mitsubishi?
Yeah, Mitsubishi.
Rick, is it Mitsubishi or Mitsubishi?
Mitsubishi. But it's
Who cares?
TV show zone.
Mitsubishi.
Apples
Who
or
cares?
Your
apples.
whole life.
Yeah.
Mitsubishi. Interesting.
Yeah, Galant, and I didn't name that one. But then when I moved to LA, and then I totaled that one.
Okay.
I flipped it. Anyways,
You flipped it while
Yeah.
you were inside?
yeah.
The fuck?
It was me and my
I'm
sister.
glad you're here.
Yeah, it was like 16 years ago.
You were wearing your seatbelts?
Yeah, we were wearing seatbelts. Yeah.
Jesus. Okay,
Worst
good.
thing was airbag burn. I have pictures of it. I can show you the car later. But like we just like flipped, did like a
Okay.
landed like that.
Yes.
It's crazy. But then when I moved here, my first car that I got was a Chevy Aveo.
Okay.
It's a little tiny hatchback, and it was yellow. So I had called it Bumblebee because like the Transformers guy was Bumblebee.
Okay. I like that.
Also, I called it my roller skate because it was little, and it was my little yellow roller skate.
Interesting. All right.
And I haven't
like
named
those.
any of my other 2 cars since then.
I also had Schmeacle the vehicle.
Schmeagle.
Yeah. And then
I named my TV Stevie once, so
okay, I like that.
Stevie the TV.
And then I had a Corolla named Adam, after Adam Carolla.
Of course.
Nice. Have you named your current car?
No, I haven't. I feel like you got to drive them around a little bit.
Yeah.
You got to find out
get
the car's
feel
personality.
For them. You know what? Then the name will come to you. But yeah, we're getting to that point where I need to name my car. Anyway, so Rick, this classic question: if someone was going to play you in a biopic, who would it be? Which celebrity or somebody?
Oh,
or
shit.
it doesn't have to be a celebrity.
Who played Rufio in Hook?
That's a good
Dante
question.
Bustos? Yeah, him.
And that guy though,
Yeah.
Rufio. Okay,
Yeah, Rufio.
Oh,
That's a good one. And what genre would your biopic be? Comedy, drama, horror?
It would be a sports mockumentary.
Okay,
100%.
that makes sense. Have you ever been told you look like someone famous? And who? I guess is it Rufio or someone else?
No, I mean, when I was a lot thinner working at Foot Locker, someone said I look like The Weeknd. Oh no, I got The Weeknd and another R&B artist named Miguel. I don't know if y'all.
I
I
don't
know
know
Miguel.
Miguel.
Yeah.
Coffee in the morning.
Yeah. So I got Miguel a couple of times.
The
Yeah,
Weeknd
that was
is
it.
interesting to me. I mean, I can barely see it, but cool. Let's see. Your go-to karaoke song, Rick. What is it? Is it Ricky Martin, She Bangs?
It is not Ricky Martin, She Bangs. It is Newfound Glory, My Friends Over You.
Whoa! All right, I'm into that.
your kiss. See, I got it.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
My
to
friends over you.
Yeah. I
Hell
still
yeah.
thank my friends. Yeah, we gotta go karaoke.
Yeah, let's
I
do
would
it.
love to.
I'm
yeah.
ready.
But that was seeing Newfound Glory as a kid was a defining moment in my life.
Really?
Yeah, it was huge because I brought my whole family. not my whole family, all my friends to go see Less Than Jake, who at the time was like my favorite band in the
I
world.
listened to them.
There's a whole other story about this too. I can tell at some other point. But no one knew who New Found Glory was, but they came and the Impossibles were there, and it was just like we were so into all three of those bands became like huge in my life with my group of friends. And then they got really big later. Anyway, I love New Found Glory. Haven't thought about them in forever. Greatest fears, Rick. What are they? We're getting deep.
Oh man, greatest fears. Open water because I can't swim.
You can't swim?
I cannot swim. No,
Okay.
I had never learned how to swim.
You were swimming in the pool at my parents' house?
Dude, I was struggling. I wasn't swimming. I was struggling.
Also, I gave everybody pool noodles
Yeah.
too. Floating around on pool noodles.
Other than that, like I do have a fear of open water. So like being lost out in the sea is always a huge fear of mine.
Pinocchio style.
Yeah. And also this may sound dumb, but I have a fear of failure.
Well,
Okay.
yeah, that's not dumb.
Yeah, because like I don't know, I always strive to like work hard, and
Yeah.
I hope it comes off to you guys that I do work extremely hard. And
You
that's just-
absolutely do.
and no, that's just because like I don't want to fail at anything I do because guess what? I was a fuck up growing up. You know? So like I never wanted to be homeless. Like I always see homeless people on the streets like, damn, I wish I would never like turn out that way. That's why I like work extra hard and just be where I am right now.
Well, and might I say that the failures that you went through, if you say that, you know, you had failures in your youth, they are learning lessons. They're stepping
they're all
stones.
learning
They get
lessons.
you to where you are.
Yeah.
Like when you failed at switching that camera 15 minutes ago, you know, I feel like that's something you can learn from. And
Oh yeah, noted. And then that won't happen again.
that was the one failure. Rick kills it every single time out of the gate. He rocks. That's why we're having the Rick cast. Not everyone deserves their own podcast, but Rick motherfucking does. All right,
shit,
best
thank
piece of advice you've ever been given, Rick. And why are you not following it?
Oh man.
Get out while you can.
Yeah, honestly, it was Dan when all this shit was happening. He's like, get the fuck out of this company whenever you can.
Oh my gosh.
Just kidding. That's not it. That's not it. Shit, best piece of advice. I mean, it isn't really a piece of advice, but it's a mantra that I follow. So as most of y'all know that I'm a huge fan of the Orlando Magic and their point guard, Markelle Fultz, number one pick has been, people would say he's been a bust because he hasn't been really producing number one pick stats all throughout his career because of injuries and whatnot. But he has this mantra called faithful to the grind. So if you trust the grind, if you put in the work, the results will like be fruitful.
Hey,
so you
fucking
just,
men, brother.
yeah, so you just have to trust the grind. You have to put your head down, get to work, and then it will all pay off in the end. And that's pretty much what I live off of.
Now, I fully agree with that. I would make a an amendment to that, though.
I would as well. I
That
want to hear
like,
yours.
well, my amendment would be, you know, sometimes I feel like sometimes I feel like in life you are like, all right, just if I just work hard on this, it'll be you know, it'll all work out.
Sure.
But then at some point there's this thing that's like, is what I'm working hard really on right
Yeah.
now what I should be working on?
Yeah.
You know, like it,
Okay.
like it, do I just suck at this or something? Is there
Yeah.
no moving up? Like, you know, so I do think there's a virtue to knowing when to quit. You know,
Yeah, there
not
is.
saying like, and that doesn't make you a quitter. I feel like, but I think it makes you kind
I
of
get what you're
smart
saying,
sometimes.
yeah.
Where you're just
Yeah.
like, all right, I'm not meant for this. You know, and
Yeah,
knowing yourself, know thyself, knowing when to do that is
Yeah.
important.
Yeah.
What about you, Rick?
A lot of it's luck also. Like
Luck,
Sure.
yeah.
being in a position where you want to be. And once you get into that position, if you just put your head down and start working, start grinding, I feel like that's where
Yeah.
all that grind comes from.
My amendment would be maybe in a similar vein, but maybe a little bit different. But like, yeah, work, do the grind with respect for yourself. When you need to take that break, because yeah, maybe
Okay,
you might
gotcha,
be
yeah.
you might be realizing, what am I doing? You just take that break to like reset and then like, you know, keep grinding. Because like a lot of people in their 20s, and I definitely did it at certain points, just grind. Oh, I'm just working and I'm just going to be working nonstop. And I've even had moments where I do that here. Like, I'm not saying I do that nonstop, but I'll be working on something and I'll be like, I just got to get it done. I'm trying to get it done. But then like, you got to remember to take those breaks for yourself.
Totally. And actually that would, I want another amendment.
Okay.
Like, you know, I think that we think all these things, you know, especially about the grind, you know, because
Yeah.
I'm just speaking for myself, fairly ambitious people. We want to do weird, interesting things, and stuff. But I also think, some people don't want to just live to work. You know what I mean?
Oh,
and
yeah.
that's totally cool too. You just got. I feel like you got.
I don't want to do that.
Well, right.
I don't think you want to do
that.
Yeah.
I'm a work hard, party hard guy.
Yeah,
Work
right.
hard, play hard, whatever. Do max it out for everything. But not everyone likes that. I mean, and I get it. But it's like you can totally have a fun life, literally not grinding at all, barely getting by at work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then, but it's just making that a conscious choice is the main thing. It's like,
Yeah.
And some people are just working really hard and they don't really know why they're doing it. It's just like been ingrained in them their whole life. And then they're like unhappy, but they're like, well, society tells me I need to work really hard.
Yeah.
You should basically make it something you want to do is kind of my point.
Yeah,
I mean?
well, I was going to say, it feels like what you're kind of saying, you're really generalizing it. But with respect to what Rick was saying, it's like, if you have a goal, if there's something you want, then the grind, that quote, really, or that mantra can really apply.
Yeah, I think some people feel like they have to have goals or something. Not that you shouldn't have any goals, but some people can be perfectly happy just, work my 9 to 5 and then it's like I go hang out and I, drink beer, hang out with my friends and stuff and they're content, which I get. Anyway.
Yeah, but guess what, Ryan?
What
I
up?
fucking hate working. Like if I could get an opportunity to not work and still get paid, I will take that 100% of the time. Lindsay knows. There's some days where I'm like, I don't want to do shit.
He likes us too much, so.
Yeah, this is fun for all of us, right?
Oh, this isn't work at all. Are you kidding me? I'm fucking pushing buttons and watching.
It can be. Hang on a second. It definitely can be.
This isn't work. It's not.
I mean, getting paid to edit is like, I feel like I've found some weird, tricky loophole where I'm like, I would just do this anyway. This is fun, and y'all aren't paying me money. Joke's on you, bitches. That's just my own opinion.
But you know why it's valuable is because there's pressure. That's why people pay.
Pressure?
Yeah, there's pressure. Like when you're making art, it's like, oh, I'm having fun, which is like technically what we're doing. It's comedy. It's art. It's whatever.
I thought people paid because they get a ROI on their investment on how much they're paying us, and it's more than what they're paying us, and there's
Well, the only reason we get paid is because of advertisements. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, can we loop it back around to
advertisements?
to advices.
Yeah.
There's one advice that I give everyone and that I listen to myself every single time is pressure either makes diamonds or bursts pipes. It's up to you how you handle it.
Pressure makes diamonds or bursts pipes.
Yeah.
Well, while I'm contemplating that, we have our first guest questioner here. John, welcome to the Rick Cast.
Hello.
What does the term pressure makes diamonds or burst pipes mean to you?
It makes diamonds or burst pipes.
Yeah, as advice. If someone came up
Means
to you as
that
advice.
outcomes aren't always what you expect them to be, and if maybe for one person putting the pressure on made a diamond, it could just blow out your asshole for you.
Is that what that means, Rick?
That's exactly it.
Okay.
Wow.
John, I didn't tell them what the podcast was about today, but I told you earlier. What any questions you have for Rick?
Yes, I wanted to know. Also, he does look like a floating head because he's wearing a black shirt.
Yeah, it's funny.
I love this shot though.
I do too. It's cool.
What was your first car, and do you have any memories from that car?
Yeah, my first car was.
Was it Sasha or was it Dakota?
It was Jade. It was
Jade.
Jane, the green one.
Jade.
Yeah, it was a knockoff. It wasn't even a knockoff. It was a clone Mitsubishi Eclipse. And I tried racing my buddy's WRX 2007 WRX up a hill. And I lost. And I blew out the engine and transmission of that car.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I get for trying to race something that I couldn't beat.
All right. That's what happened to my first car as well. Well, not my first car, but the first car I had for a long time.
Did it have a name? We've gone over the names of our cars.
No.
You didn't have any names for any
John
of your
doesn't name his
cars?
cars. He doesn't want to
John
get too
doesn't name
emotionally
his
attached
cars.
They're just objects to me. I don't really get attached to materials very often.
I admire that about you.
And then my second question.
Oh.
Was I supposed to bring a second one?
Oh, yeah. I said 2 to 5.
You did say 2 to 5, and I did remember that was what was requested of me on my walk over here. I want to know, what's your craziest Vegas story?
Ooh, I want to know that too.
craziest Vegas story was probably the last time I went to Vegas was EDC 2018, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, that was just like a 3-4 day
Bender.
bender fest. Yeah, like I was.
Yeah, what made it
Craziest thing
crazy?
you saw there.
Titties, maybe?
Yeah, so many titties and so much ass. And I was with my partner at the time, and I had a hard time just keep looking straight the whole time.
Yeah.
It was tough.
Have
Well, I
you,
mean,
was
that's
just
the
so
point
much.
of all those outfits. Yeah.
have you ever gone with a partner of yours to a strip club?
Oh yeah, they
Together.
are great. They're fantastic
It's
because
fun.
It is a fun thing to do with a significant other, I find.
yeah, it's a
I've
fun
been-
it's a
I've
fun
heard.
thing to do with like a group of women also because they don't feel threatened by the women, so they would dance like at your group, and all the strippers will come to you because they'll dance for the girls, and they don't feel threatened at all.
Well, I do think that there are, like, certain strip clubs are way more grosser, I feel like, where it's like, whereas there's some, Jumbo's Clown Room, the best
That's
example.
not a strip club, though.
Yeah.
That's burlesque.
No,
Yeah,
but it's
that's
not
burlesque.
burlesque. It's a
They
strip
do
club where
not strip.
they strip without getting totally naked. It's a strip club. Anyway,
They
it's the
generally
most...
take off like a vest.
It's the
or
most
Yeah, it's-
woman-friendly strip club, I think, because everyone.
They're
It's
not
like a
naked,
party,
yeah.
though, and
Yeah.
and yeah, it's more of a dive bar that just happens to have people dancing. Scantily.
If you ever see me wearing that Naomi Drum shirt, she's a dancer at Clown's Room.
Oh, okay, cool.
Another question for Rick.
What's up?
Ryan had something he wanted to say. Real quick.
John, you have 4 seconds to ask each question. If you could add anyone to Mount Rushmore, who would it be, Rick? And I guess, John, now that you're here.
to Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah,
You're right.
That's a who cares
Yeah.
question for me.
Finish
I would
Crazy
say
Horse first, and
give
then we'll
the-
talk about
give the
Mount
land
Rushmore.
back to the people that they took.
Yeah.
All right.
Burn 'em all.
Sorry, I asked.
Burn that stone. Rick, I have a question.
Perfect.
Where would you love to retire?
That's a great question.
What's your ideal
That's a
retirement
good
situation?
question. Ideal retirement situation would be probably Vancouver.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you been
a
there?
different
I
country
have.
than America?
You like it?
Washington?
No, Canada.
Do you like it?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I've never
I have
been.
family out there.
You do?
It's
All right,
Okay, well,
then
that
you're,
makes
you're
sense.
great.
Yeah,
then.
it's
You
a-
got it.
ocean.
You know
like,
it's
a
cold as
sea
shit
town.
there.
It's close to the ocean. It's nice and cold. I don't know,
Nice
I think Vancouver.
So you like the cold?
That's an oxymoron. Nice and cold don't exist together.
Nice and cold
How
can
dare you?
exist.
Nice and cold is the only way it could be.
Ugh, kill me.
It could exist.
Did you know, John, that before you got here, one of the questions he was asked was who would win in the Hunger Games of everyone at the office, and he picked John Smith.
Yes. Yeah, that's accurate.
Yeah, it is.
He said that you would mid-max. Is that what?
Min-max.
Min-max.
to win, yeah.
Mid-max.
Oh, I don't know about that.
You make alliances with everyone, then stab everyone in the back.
No,
at
I'm
the
not.
end?
I'm not good at that stuff. That's what. I don't know why there's this narrative that like I'm some sort of conniving. I'm an agent of chaos. I like chaos. I
Yeah,
will throw
that's
hand
why.
grenades into things.
That's why.
But I don't. I'm not good at keeping track of stuff. I can't lie because I'll forget what I said 15 seconds later. It's like when people have like these motives of like, oh, like there was cunning and like intent behind this. It's like, no, maybe there was flash in the pan at the moment, but I've forgotten it. But no, I would.
He
I
would
would
win.
win.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would
100%.
win Hunger Games, 100%.
Well,
Hunger percent.
speaking of your cunningness and murdering people, Rick, if you could commit any crime and get away with it, what would it be?
Money laundering.
That's a good one.
Oh yeah.
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 Just
You don't have to
long
put a
Tax-
timestamp
tax
on
fraud.
that. It's not like,
Exactly.
oh, I
Tax
laundered
fraud.
money once. Just like
Yeah, I want to go out the way that Al Capone went.
with an empty safe.
Something
But
like
you
that.
would get but you would get away with it though.
Good reference. with Geraldo opening up your safe on TV and there being nothing in it. That's how you want to go out? What the fuck is wrong with you? Anyway, Rick, if you could effortlessly pick up a skill in an instant, just snap your fingers, what would it be and why?
It would be to dunk a basketball.
Hell fucking
Wow.
yeah.
And then every single time I would just call people out to the park and I would just dunk on them. Just,
They
hey,
catch
Lindsay.
on though.
No, be like, hey, Lindsay, come over here real quick. And then all of a sudden I just dunk on her and then I just leave.
Me and Rick.
Am I supposed to be offended, or is this supposed to hurt physically? Like,
it's emotional
Yeah,
damage.
get on
It's
me.
emotional
Emotional
damage.
damage. Yeah, you'd
Seems
be
obvious.
so emotionally
I got
damaged.
dunked on.
Be careful.
Me and Rick are going to go see the most exciting player in basketball play in March, Ja Morant of the Memphis
No,
Grizzlies.
Franz Wagner of the Orlando Magic.
Oh, give me a break.
Yes, references to sports. I have a question for you, Rick.
What's up?
What is the one place that you want to go back to before you die?
The one place, is it like a location or just like a state of mind?
Oh.
Wow, I didn't even think about it like that.
No. 'Cause we're nostalgic for everything. I was thinking, the other day, I was just sitting there going, man, that was a good time. And I realized I was thinking about like a few weeks ago. I was like, man, I wish I could go back to that time. We nostalgize. Is that a word? Nostalgify.
We just nostalgize.
Nostalgianizate everything. So I'd say location, like you're like, that was a great sandwich, or even like that was a great week.
Yeah. To right off that, the best sandwich I ever had was in San Francisco, actually. So it was at the farmer's market at Embarcadero at the Rolly Roti truck, and it was a porchetta sandwich. It was honestly, I could perfectly imagine that day right now. It was nice and overcast. We were on the water, and I was biting into this sandwich, and everything was just perfect.
Hell yeah.
That sounds amazing.
It was a nice overcast day. We were on the water, and the sandwich is the best thing I've ever had. And
I think they wrote a
that was
song
it.
about that. Rick ate a sandwich in San Francisco. Yeah.
Never heard that one.
It's a sports reference. You wouldn't get it.
Rick, I'm going to San Francisco in March.
Yeah.
You got to tell me that place.
Oh, I will. 100%.
Okay.
Now, Rick, we apparently have a connection because your favorite team is the Orlando Magic.
It is.
And their the best point guard they've ever had is, let's say it together, Penny
Penny
Hardaway from the University of Memphis, baby.
Yeah,
Let's
Memphis
go.
Tigers. Yep. Is he still their coach?
He's still their coach, yeah.
Nice. That's cool.
That's such a crazy anecdote.
Isn't that? There's gonna be about 4 people that appreciate that listening, and that was for them.
Yeah.
So I've asked 4 questions.
I mean, yeah. So honestly, John, I mean, you've done great so far. You can definitely stay till Jacob gets
Don't
here.
touch
Oh,
me.
sorry. Spoiler alert: Jacob's coming. Or you can
I'll
leave.
take his 5th question.
Yeah,
All
okay,
right.
Lindsay, go for it.
Yeah. I don't get that one. For the audio listeners, I did a visual gag. I asked Rick this last night while we were playing video games, but actually I think it'd be a great video game question. Or, sorry, not a video game question, a regular question. And I'd like you guys to answer too. Rick, when was the last time that you cried?
Oh,
The last time I cried here, I'll let the guys on the desk take that
I
first.
did the snort laugh because I was just thinking about everyone thinking about the last time they cried and then all crying. I was all sitting here crying.
Yeah.
I cried like a baby watching Coco, the animated Pixar film.
Really?
Yeah,
The
'cause
first
it-
time you saw it, or like?
In the theater, and because
Oh,
you
yeah.
haven't seen it, it's about death, and
I cried at the
and in
end.
real life, I was just really thinking about this person who I knew who died, you
Yeah.
know, and so I was like, oh my god, this is hitting me so
Yeah.
hard right now. So Coco is my
Was that in
answer.
2018 that movie came out?
Something like that,
my
5 years ago.
Have you seen the clip of the guy who it's all these people sitting at a bar and they turn the camera up and like Coco's playing and then they turn towards the door and there's this guy on one knee with a backpack on his shoulder looking up at the screen just sobbing uncontrollably, and it's basically like he was walking by or something and he saw it and he like knelt down and then has been engrossed in this movie for like an hour. It's so funny.
The funny part about that too, the movie, is that like there's like a specific couple beats and moments where it's like, and now you should cry here, you know? And it's like, and I totally did. They just got me so hard. You know, when the grandma starts singing the song at the end, I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
This is a great cry moment.
When was the last time you cried?
Well, it's funny, kind of a situation.
This morning.
Before June, I would say I can't remember. And since June, I'd say I can't remember because it's almost every day.
I was kidding. I'm sorry,
been there.
John.
No, I've been there. That's hashtag relatable, John.
Yeah, I don't. I've been a wreck for quite a while, and I can't keep track of my tears anymore. Anyways, here comes Jacob, baby.
Feels
Oh,
good
God,
to
thanks a lot for being here on
cry.
the Rickcast. I'm very
Thanks,
excited about the
John.
John cast we're going to be having soon, so we
What?
can unpack that a little bit more. Oh, is Jacob there?
But yeah,
Hey,
should
Jacob, welcome to the Rickcast.
should I share?
All right, everyone give him a round of applause.
Should I share what made
All
me cry?
right.
Oh yeah, wait. I wanted to hear Rick
Oh yeah,
because
yeah.
you told
Rick.
me something funny last night.
Yeah. All
Yeah,
right.
tell
So
us your cry story.
the last time I cried during watching a piece of media happened on May 25th, 2019. I remember that day vividly because that was the very first pay-per-view of All Elite Wrestling, Double or Nothing. And there was a match between two brothers, Cody Rhodes and Dustin Rhodes.
From Dusty Rhodes, the American
Whose
Dream.
father is the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. So they had a match. It was bloody. It was beautiful. But at the end, Cody won. He looks at his brother, starts sobbing, and he goes, "I don't need a tag team partner. I need my brother." And
I got a
fucking
chill just you
lost
saying
it.
that.
I have
myself.
goosebumps right now. I have goosebumps right
That's the
now.
last time Rick cried.
That was the
He
last time I
cried at it.
fucking cried. I cried watching wrestling, and I don't give a fuck who knows.
I mean, that sounds like a touching moment.
Sounds like your tears were spent. Nothing more emotional has happened since that day.
I would
Yeah.
say that Jacob and I should answer this, but we both cried last night.
Oh yeah. Listen, I didn't mind the
Because
tears.
you lost at
didn't-
Overwatch.
The tears. I don't play
He
over.
doesn't play over.
I'm sorry we're offending you.
I'm just good. No, they welled up. I'm good at like my eyes. I feel the burn. I feel the moisture, but I don't think anything actually came down. I think I wiped it all away before anything could come down my face.
I sobbed.
It was extremely heart-wrenching.
We're talking about the most recent episode of Last of Us.
Yeah.
Is
Oh,
why.
okay, yeah, I forgot that that's what you're talking
But yeah.
about.
Great
The Last
episode of
Us.
TV.
But we can move on.
Yeah.
Real quick, my I kind of had an eyes welling up moment at the Taylor Hawkins Memorial Concert when
yeah.
his
That would've got
son
me.
was playing the drums during My Hero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Such a
I saw a video
powerful
of that,
moment,
and I was
yeah.
like feeling it
Oof.
because that's intense.
You didn't
Foo Fighters
cry
is
at the
my favorite.
documentary that I made for the Funhaus channel?
Absolutely
I-
not. No.
I more was just in a fetal position, shaking. Yeah, I guess I was sobbing. You're
Okay.
right. Yeah,
I
so that was
experienced,
probably the
like,
last
an
time.
Thank you.
unexpected rush of emotion during like that middle bit where it's showing like how we vacated the
Yeah.
old office. I was like, wow, I didn't expect to like feel during this Funhouse video.
That was crazy.
You did it, Lindsay.
That was a good visual
You hurt
motif. Well, hey, Jacob, welcome to the Rickcast.
Welcome to the Rickcast.
I'm glad to be here.
I
Big
told
fan.
I prepared you earlier to say have two to five questions of things you wanted to know about Rick. What you got for us?
Okay, first question, because obviously we are a couple of Filipino boys. That's why
Yes.
we're in the same office.
Yes.
No, we chose that. Nobody made us do that.
It happened by chance.
Yeah, naturally. I wanted to hear top 3 Filipino dishes.
Ooh,
Oh, top 3 Filipino.
You like
dishes.
dinuguan?
learn something.
I do
here.
love dinuguan. I would put that number 3. So dinuguan is a pork blood stew.
Wait, say that
blood.
word again.
Dinuguan.
Dinuguan.
Dinaguan.
Dinuguan.
Yeah.
Is it it's pronounced like Dino-guan?
Almost.
Sorry. All right.
Almost.
Keep
But
going.
dinuguan,
Yeah.
it is a pork blood stew that's very good.
There's blood in it, yeah.
Yeah. Number 2, I would say, is a Filipino treat called ube.
Ooh,
I think Lindsay's
it.
had that before.
yeah.
It's like purple.
Yeah,
might
it's
have
like
had that
purple
before.
yam that's kind of like served in like kind of like a fudge brick.
Yeah.
My dad makes it and it's fucking amazing. And
from the source.
I would say number 1, everyone would think it's gonna be pork or chicken adobo, but it's sinigang.
I knew you were gonna say
Yeah.
Sinigang
that.
is a tamarind soup
Yeah, yes.
with like pork ribs, and it is so freaking
Yeah,
good.
those
That
ribs are
is-
amazing.
I think that would be what I would feed you guys.
Does it have
if you wanted
cabbage
to.
in it?
It could have any
Or
kind
is
of
it like,
greens.
I was gonna say like,
Yeah,
or
any kind
bok
of greens.
choy or...
I usually do green beans and like eggplant.
Mm.
And it's amazing.
Yeah, there's like the Filipino food that everybody knows, like chicken adobo and lumpia and stuff.
Yeah.
But like
Lumpia.
Yeah, we all know
those
that.
are good,
Yeah.
but like they're like they just gotta get the job done.
Yep.
And I'm sorry, that first one, the number one you said was Siniguan.
Sinigang.
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 Yeah.
Gang, yeah.
All right, thank
Yeah.
you. I'm gonna eat all that later.
Yeah. I think you would really like sinigang, Ryan.
You said it's full of cabbage though.
No.
No, I was
No
asking
cabbage.
if it had cabbage in
Oh,
it.
okay.
No, yeah, it has veggies, but then it's a sour-based soup, but it has like pork ribs in it or like any kind of pork.
Oh, ribs.
yeah.
Yeah,
Ribs and
it's-
soup, huh?
it's
Okay.
very good.
Ooh, that's
Hell
there's
yeah.
so much good
I'm a
like
rib
tender
man.
stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was my first question.
All right, what you got for your next
I wanted
one?
to hear what the worst thing you've done in your car is.
Yeah.
Did I tell you this story?
I don't know.
Okay. Oh shit.
Rick, you're failing.
Rick, stop failing right now. You got to switch.
Sorry. Oh my god.
That's
I
fine, too.
put my hands like to my face because this is kind of embarrassing. I used to coach kids flag football ages 8 to 9.
Hell yeah.
Right?
Awesome.
And then I was talking to this girl at this time, and she came to one of the practices to watch. It was at a park. We were talking.
Oh my.
We went back in my truck,
Oh, a truck.
and I finger blasted the shit out of her.
Wait.
In the
wait.
bed?
Saying this on the Funhaus Podcast?
At practice for the.
No, this was after practice. This was like
flag
30 minutes
It
after
wasn't
the
like during a
practice.
scrimmage you ran to your truck.
No,
and then
no,
took
we
care of business,
didn't.
then
No,
went
we
back to
didn't run.
coaching?
It was direct. No, I run a strict practice. As soon as the final whistle's blown, everyone
I'm
disperses.
flustered.
But yeah, it was like 7:30 at night. We went in my truck, and I just straight, yeah.
Okay, yeah. We got
cat-
the imagery.
This podcast is a PG-13 now.
Yo, y'all wanted to know.
that's
cool
Y'all
as
wanted to
hell.
know.
This is the Rick cast.
I'm giving it to you. That's what happened.
Like you gave it to her in the back
Well,
of your truck.
Oh, I gave it to her. All right.
God. Okay. That's the worst thing you've done in a car.
Wait, was it in the bed or inside
why is it
inside
the
the
worst?
truck?
What?
Nah, it was in like the cab.
You didn't like hop in the back of the truck?
Yeah,
Because
no, it
maybe
wasn't in the
it's-
bed. It was in the cab.
It was after a kids game.
I mean, that does make it worse in my mind. But
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't know.
Little did they all know that their coach was in his truck.
Yeah.
Finger blasting his girlfriend.
Well, you just been like working on tip drills or something, and then your fingers felt strong. Anyway,
No, I was working on forearm stuff.
Forearm
Just making
stuff.
sure my
Forearm stuff.
unrelated.
That's
what was
important too.
What was the record of your team that year, before and after the finger blasting?
Oh, before the finger blasting, we
Did it
went.
mark an improvement in your
Oh,
team
100%. We were
performance?
7-4 before the finger blasting, and then
Can we stop
went,
saying
we went 6-0 after.
Okay, what's
we went
your,
6-0
6-0
post finger
after.
blast.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, it was worth it.
Oh,
Yeah, it was a huge morale boost to the team.
Oh my god,
All right, team, you'll never guess what just happened.
yeah, guys.
Now get out there and play.
8-year-olds, you'll never guess what just happened.
Kids, smell this finger.
Oh my
I'm just kidding. That's not what
Moving on.
happened.
Moving on.
I
Remember them quick.
will. Sorry, I need to recover from that one. It got hot in here all of a sudden.
Speaking of which,
Yeah.
on the same wavelength, Rick, what historical figure of any that have ever existed would you want to make sweet love to?
finger blasting too.
Yeah, who would you want to
Finger
finger
blast
blast
in your
from all of history, if you could choose?
Oh, man. What was the
Cleopatra,
question?
or I
What was the
mean,
fucking question?
historical
historical
figures
Which
would you
historical
finger
figure
blast
would I
in your
finger
truck
blast?
of anybody?
Oh, shit. I mean, Nancy Reagan. I just want to know if the rumors
Nancy
are true.
Nancy.
Reagan? What in the?
What's the Gipper gonna think?
I want to know if the rumors are true.
There's rumors about Nancy Reagan being
Throat goat?
yeah, the throat goat. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah. Lindsay, I can see by the look on your face.
she
For
has-
our,
I
for
hadn't
our
heard
audio
these
listeners,
rumors.
Lindsay is aghast. Her mouth is wide open. You haven't heard
Like
about
Nancy.
this? Oh my God!
Reagan.
I teed you up for that so hard. I'm sorry, everyone at home.
Well, the throat goat hasn't met the finger ringer.
Finger ringer. Holy fuck! So, final answer, Nancy Reagan.
Yeah, Nancy Reagan.
Well, you
final
got to that
answer.
one quick.
Jesus, yeah, you said that a little too quick, Rick. First thing you do after winning $1 million:
First thing to do after I win $1 million is
buy a time travel machine and go back to Nancy Reagan.
Go back to
Nancy
Reagan's
Reagan.
administration and see if it's true.
Fuck.
No, $1 million. I would do the smart thing and buy a new car.
Ooh, what car?
$1
the
million
smart thing.
car.
I
No,
didn't want to know what your dream car was. You told me, but I wanted everybody to hear it.
no, it is a McLaren Senna. And that's like
Mm.
650,000.
Is that the one that you made out of
Jeez.
Legos that you
Is that
showed on
the
Show and Tell
Let's
3
see.
weeks ago?
It must be like one. No, that's a McLaren. I'm gonna.
Let's see. Boop, 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 boop. Sorry, audience. You're
Rick is
McLaren.
looking up images of the.
Yeah, Rick is looking up McLarens on his
McLarens.
on his computer.
actually
what he
no,
does.
no one,
Yeah,
no
it's
one
very
can see it. Yeah,
expensive.
that's what he
Yeah,
does.
no one
That's
can-
what it does in our
no one
office
can-
Yeah.
too.
This is all I do. But yeah, no,
Just
I'll buy a
looks
new
up.
car and invest the rest in fucking, I don't know, Apple or something, I guess.
Oh, you did
In
invest the rest.
Bitcoins,
Okay.
fuck it.
Interesting. I wanted to know if you had to only play one video game, what would it be?
We've been here.
We really have been
now,
here already?
Well,
don't
you-
tell us again, Lindsay. We have to remember. This was one of the first questions. What
Oh,
was
I
it?
know them. I don't think that you remember them.
Hold on. No, okay.
He
It
gave
was. It
3.
was.
So this is for him to answer now.
It was. Yeah. If Rick was on a deserted island, he would bring NBA 2K, FIFA, and Overwatch. Am I right?
That's correct.
Boom, shakalaka. I know Rick. I
Wow.
learned about Rick today.
That was like
a good
25 minutes
That was like a
ago.
pop quiz that you would get at the end of a day of school.
Yeah.
That you get at the end of the Rick
That's
cast.
that proves that when you stop smoking weed, you get your memory back. I would have never been able to do that a few weeks ago.
That's great.
All right.
Let's see. I think I had one more question.
Good. All right. Yeah,
Let's
we'll
hear
get
it.
into the end of the Rick cast here. We probably got 1 or 2 more questions
Okay,
for Rick.
I wanted to know what's the highest you've ever been.
Yeah, I'd like to know that too.
Describe how
Like,
it
besides
was.
right
height-wise
now.
or like state of mind wise?
State of mind wise.
The highest
Oh, I
I've
thought it was
ever
drugs wise.
been.
Drugs
I
wise.
think
Yeah.
that's what he means.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Not like
Shit.
we've been on planes.
Yeah. Now I would probably say it was on my birthday a couple days ago. Because
All right.
I took a 50 milligram edible, and that
50?
was
What?
Say 50 or 15?
5-0.
Hell
50.
yeah.
Yeah, it was
Holy fuck,
pretty.
my
It was
language.
pretty strong.
I'm
And
only
then
10.
I took a nap like in between, and I woke up and I was still high. It was crazy. I woke up the next day and I was still high. I was kind of high at your fucking your
Probably,
party.
yeah.
It was
You
crazy.
seemed a little high.
Jesus.
It was weird.
You-
I
That's
didn't like
crazy.
it. Yeah, I hated it.
I wish
But
I would
it
have
was cool.
known that and bet you more so that I could win more money out of you.
Oh, you're betting. You're trying to take advantage of him?
No, he took advantage of me. I had to finally go double or nothing at the end to break back to fucking even and
Oh, I
bet
thought
against the
you were
Bengals.
saying- I thought you were saying because you were
Against me,
higher than
yeah.
him.
Yeah, well,
That's pretty fucked up.
yeah, it was fucked up, but
How's your not weed smoking going, by the way?
no, it's going terrible. But I mean, I'm not doing it. But
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, so
That sounds like it's
that's
going
fine,
well.
you
It
know.
just sucks.
I smoked in Vegas a couple times, but you know, that's a mythical place. Whatever happens, there
Yeah,
stays there.
it doesn't count.
Doesn't count.
All right, that was all my questions.
Thanks, Jacob, for contributing.
Yeah,
to
thank you,
this
Jacob.
Yeah,
Rick
thanks,
cast.
Jacob.
Obviously, here I'm going to ask one more here. You said you didn't. You never got trouble in school, Rick. What was the most trouble you got in at school? You ever get suspended, detention, expelled?
I did get detention, but it was always for like tardiness.
Ah, boring.
Yeah.
I never
it
got
is
detention
boring.
ever.
It is boring. Yeah, I
Never
never
got
got.
detention
I never
ever.
really got
I was
in
a good
trouble
little
at
boy.
school. Like
Okay.
I said, I have very strict Asian parents, and they would have beat the shit out of me if I ever did.
Oh
so
my god.
I was always on my P's and Q's.
Did you get expelled or
No,
suspended?
I never got expelled. I got suspended for
Skipping school.
for leaving school to go see the
Nonsense.
Matrix Revolutions.
Worth it.
Yeah, totally worth
Arguably.
it. Arguably worth it.
One
It could
time
be
I got
debated.
detention because I didn't do my math homework.
What? That's
boring.
Yeah,
Usually
it's
you
all
just get
boring
like
shit.
a little bit in trouble for that.
Well, the detention was one time I was consistently not doing my math homework. 'Cause fuck that shit. That teacher was a bitch.
Math is stupid. It's unnecessary. No one ever uses it. Rick, last question, and then we'll let you go here. This is an important one. It's kind of a personal question, but what would you rather have? Hands for feet or feet for hands?
I would rather have feet for hands.
Why?
So
Tell
I
people
could
why.
grab things with my hand feet.
I see you finger blast them in your
Yeah,
big toe.
yeah. So
I mean, you would rather have your feet be made out of hands?
yeah,
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the same
100%.
thing.
Twice as many fingers.
twice as many fingers. Jacob knows.
Twice as much
But you'd be
flag
able
of
to
nose.
run really, really, really fast like a cheetah if you had feet for hands.
And I don't need that.
And you'd learn how to grab stuff with them. You know, I could probably still figure out how to edit with feet for hands.
Nah, there's no way. Let's
Yeah.
try it. Let's try it today, Ryan. When you get back to your desk, edit with your feet.
Okay, we'll do that.
All right, we'll do it.
All right.
Cool.
Everyone, thank you all for watching the Rick Cast. This has been an enlightening trip into Rick's mind and past, and I guess future too, because we know he's going to go visit his future descendants if he ever gets a time machine.
That's right.
Anything you guys want to say to Rick before we leave?
Keep those fingers stinky.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, I was just gonna say, like, I appreciate all the hard work you do
Yeah,
here.
we love you, Rick, and keep
Rick's
the
the best.
fingers stinky. Lindsay,
And
anything
I
else?
wanted to say also, make sure you tune in on February 14th
Yeah.
when we're doing our Funhaus membership drive live stream. We're going to be streaming really long all through the afternoon and the evening. Just asking people to be members so that way we can give you guys fun perks.
Hell yeah. Thank you for watching the Rick Cast, and let's all sing Rick's theme song. She bangs, she bangs. Oh,
Baby, when she moves, she moves. I go crazy when
bangs,
she
she
bangs.
bangs. Rick living the vida loca.
That's a great song. Did you write that?
No, but-
Both write that?
No, but
Oh,
that's
yeah.
what Rick's named after.
Really?